Hello everyone, it's your host Chris Carter here at Carter's Classroom on DKPittsburghSports.com. NFL analyst here, and we're talking more draft prep for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Today, we talk Stanford safety, Justin Reid. Now, last week, we went over Rashaan Evans, the inside linebacker for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, we're going to switch positions to another position of need that the Steelers have, and that's the free safety position. Now, at free safety, the Steelers, they just cut Mike Mitchell. They let go of Robert Golden, and they're holding on to J.J. Wilcox and Sean Davis, but those are the only real two safeties they have on their team, especially with William Gay now. While there's talk about the rookie cornerback Cameron Sutton transitioning to being a safety, the real truth is that the Steelers have to find either a veteran or a future starter in this upcoming draft. So we're looking at probably one of the guys that you can expect to be available in the later first round, because you can expect Micah Fitzpatrick and Derwin James both be flying off the board in the top 5, but we're going to look at the guy that could be in the bottom of the first round, and that's Justin Reid. Justin Reid we're number 8 at Stanford. He was a junior. Played all 3 years, really got his experience going in his last 2, especially his junior year. He's a 6'1" safety at 204 pounds, great size for a free safety, and we're going to get into some of the attributes that made him such an interesting candidate. So what makes Justin Reid such an interesting candidate to be picked is his overall athletic prowess combined with the ball skills that he had. The Steelers need a ball-hawking free safety added to their defense. They have the in-the-box type of safety in Sean Davis, bigger guy that can cover tight ends, help against the run, but they need the guy behind him that's going to be really good against the pass and effective working deep down the field, assisting cornerbacks as they're covering receivers deep. Justin Reid's that guy. Why? Because he shows, one, the flat-out speed. He ran a 4.4 40 time. That was the second best of all safeties in this draft class. He had a really good 3-cone time. Looking at it, he had the third best after that. He came 5th in the broad jump, and I think 8th in the vertical jump. All around had decent combine stats to show that he's up there with the athletic types in this draft. But of course, as we've seen with combine warriors like Bud Dupree and Shamarko Thomas, combine numbers don't always determine NFL success. So we turn to the tape to find out what kind of player is this guy. So one thing that you want to know about Justin Reid is, how does he attack the ball? How does he move out in space against faster players that are flying all over the field? And we're going to show you a play that he made earlier in the season when he was able to turn. You want to look at his hip movement. How well does he transition from facing one direction to turning into another? Because often that's what you need out of safeties that can change direction quickly and get to their top speed. And you remember, he has a 4.4 flat speed. That's elite, but you want to be able to transition to it quickly enough. And that's the kind of burst we're going to show you in this play. Basically, when you saw him, he was sitting in his spot. You'll see the man that he's supposed to be covering. He's going to be shooting up the sideline. Watch how Justin Reid stops, turns, and runs with him. Runs with him so well that when he gets to the top of the route, he is sitting there, boxing him out, waiting for this interception. So there you see, there's Justin Reid, number 8, floating over the top. Roll the clip. You see he has to turn and run. And you see the guy, he gets to the sideline. He's running up the field. But look how he's boxed out, and look at the position. It's like Justin Reid was the receiver on this play with how well he positioned himself to make the play. He boxes him out, attacks the high point of the ball. That's a key attribute that you need out of a safety. This guy knows how to attack the football. That's why he got 5 interceptions in his junior year, and why he's declared for the NFL draft. The Steelers need a ball-hawking safety like this that can make plays on the ball. Justin Reid looking like the kind of guy that could answer those problems. But of course, they're not going to be, the Steelers that is, aren't going to be asking Justin Reid to play the sideline as much. They're going to be asking him to play that deep middle safety, that top guy, the place where Mike Mitchell often found himself on the defense for the Steelers. Now, the transitioning of that field, if you think about the era the Steelers have been in, they've had players like Chris Hope, Ryan Clark, Mike Mitchell playing the free safety position. What do they all have in common? They're thumpers. They're big hitters over their middle. That kind of safety is dying out in the NFL because of the rules changes and the more aggressive protections brought on receivers to increase the safety of the game. So what do the Steelers need? They need a safety that's going to be able to make more plays on the ball and flow cleanly deep in the secondary. And that's what Justin Reid's going to show. We're going to show you this interception that he had in 2017, where you'll see him sort of come up a little bit as that deep middle safety, but he'll fly back, he'll come off camera. But it's going to be remarkable how he's able to move, across the middle of the field, not sideline to sideline technically, but move laterally. And when he finds out the out route is the target, he undercuts it and makes a great play on the ball with a diving interception. So look here, you see the snap of the ball. Justin Reid's in the middle of the field, dropping back. He's covering space. He's moving laterally. He's attacking. This you can't see really what he's doing right now as the quarterback has the ball, but when you see the quarterback let go of it, look where Justin Reid is attacking. He's following that receiver down the field. He's executing where you need him in his zone. You get the close-up view. Look at how he's making the play on this ball. He's keeping it off the dirt. This is a guy, again, when the ball's around him, he knows how to attack it. He knows how to corral it and create those big turnover plays for his defense. If you add a Justin Reid to your team, you're getting a guy that may be able to create those key turnovers and interceptions, something that the Steelers didn't get too much of in 2017, despite their upper tier rankings in the NFL when it comes to defensive stats. One thing that every safety needs is recovery speed, because you will be beaten in some routes. Receivers will make quick adjustments. Quarterbacks will fool you with their eyes. You need to be able to recover with your speed and be able to catch up and at least contest the pass thrown to the receiver. We're going to show you an example of when he did that right here. You're going to see him. He's going to be this middle guy in this upcoming clip, and you're going to see the receiver runs just a wheel route deep down the sidelines. Now, initially, he sort of hesitates to get in there, but when he realizes that's his man, he breaks on it, and he's able to catch up and close down to get the pass defense on this play. So here you see he's that middle guy between all those guys lined up in the secondary. Snap the play, you see he's pausing, he's looking, he's trying to identify what's going on. By the time he realizes the wheel route is what he has to cover, he's turning, he's running, and the ball is in the air. But look at his closing speed. He catches up. Yes, if a better ball is thrown, it's probably a touchdown. But this is the challenge he's going to be able to bring. If you're not an elite quarterback, if you're not a guy that can put those balls in the money, he's going to find a way with his speed to get in the area and challenge the football to make it harder, one, for the quarterback, but also, two, for the receiver to make those plays in open space. Now, of course, every player comes with their weakness. We're looking at Justin Reid. One thing that's really going to catch up with him in the NFL is how aggressive he is. And whereas you love his aggressiveness as a safety when it comes to ball hawking and chasing down the ball, sometimes it plays against you, and that's something that he's going to run into against when he plays better quarterback, just like he did when he played Josh Rosen, a top quarterback coming into this draft from UCLA. You're going to see Justin Reid's going to be right here. He's going to be covering the seam, and the UCLA is going to have their receiver just go straight up the field. They're going to have another guy that comes across the middle and tests this area right here. And what Rosen does is he gets eye contact with Reid, and he looks him to the middle of the field. Reid sort of gets off his seam. He knows he's supposed to be guarding this guy, but he thinks, hey, I'm creeping on this quarterback. And then immediately you see Rosen. He gets the ball right behind Reid, just like you see here. So there's Reid. You see him on the left side of the defense, or really the left side of the offense, but he's lined up. He's covering the seam. There's the receiver that's going to get the ball. Now, Reid's dropping back. He's in the zone. He's looking at what he's supposed to be doing. The snap of the ball. Look at how he peers to the inside. That's because Rosen's looking him into there, and this is where his aggressiveness sometimes takes him out of his responsibilities, and this is where he's going to have to get coached up a little bit more, because he gives up the seam in a cover 3 defense. That's an easy score for an offense that knows what he's doing. This is where Reid's going to have to improve in the NFL. He's going to have to play discipline to his role, know his assignments, and stick to them, and know how to balance, one, being an aggressive safety, and two, making sure that you're fulfilling your assignment in the defense. So there you have it, Justin Reid. He's the guy we're grading here at DKPittsburghSports.com as the top safety the Steelers can afford to get without trading up in this draft. Playing out of Stanford, he's going to be the ball hawking type of safety. He is the younger brother of Eric Reid, who was with the 49ers, drafted out of LSU. The thing is that Eric Reid, not as good in pass coverage as Justin Reid, and that's what a lot of people are saying. He has the legacy, he has the brother in his ear to tell him what to expect in the NFL, and he's going to have the athleticism as well as the ball skills to be effective in the NFL. So Whether or not the Steelers get him probably depends on, is there an inside linebacker prospect that's going to be available and worth that late first-round draft pick? That all will get decided, but we're going to continue showing you previews of guys that they can consider with not just their first round, but their second-round pick. Expect Justin Reid to survive until the end of the first round, but he'll probably be gone by the early to mid second round set of the picks, and he will not be around for the end of the second round. So if the Steelers see those linebackers fly off, it may be worth their time to look at Justin Reid and bring him into the team and add him to this fold of young players in the secondary moving forward. But from Chris Carter here at DKPittsburghSports.com, we thank you for watching Carter's Classroom. Stay tuned as we have a lot of draft and free agency coverage on the Pittsburgh Steelers and the NFL in general, getting you ready for this upcoming season, as well as other great Pittsburgh sports. From Chris Carter here at Carter's Classroom, class dismissed.